And welcome back to the channel. We got the final game of this 4-game series, and believe it or not, the Rockies have taken 2 out of 3. Houston evened the series up here in game number 4, leading off for the Colorado Rockies. Playing second base, DJ LeMahieu. Batting second, playing right field is Bichette. Batting third, playing first base is Galarraga. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burks. Batting fifth, playing center field is Gonzalez. Batting sixth, playing third base is Castillo. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Tulowitzki. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Rosario. And on the mound, doing the pitching is DeLaROSA. Batting ninth. Now for the Houston Astros. Leading off, playing center field, Cedeno. Batting second, playing second, Biggio. Batting third, playing first, Bagwell. Batting fourth, playing right field, Hidalgo. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Correa. Batting sixth, playing left field is Lee. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bergman. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Gaddis. And who says Dallas isn't in Houston? Batting ninth, doing the pitching is Dallas Keuchel. And down to the field we shall go. And DJ's going to lead it off for Colorado, batting .222 with a homer and 1 RBI. This is Dallas' second game. He's 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. You see the team comparisons here. Colorado is now 2-4, 74 strikeouts, 18 walks, 22 doubles. And Houston's 3-3, 44 strikeouts, 38 walks, 19 doubles, and 2 triples. Here's the pitch to DJ. And that's going to be against the lefty. 16, that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. CC camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. And Dante Bichette's due up now. He's batting .308. He's got a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dallas' first strikeout victim of the game. And the big cat comes up. And he's batting .250 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. To the bottom of the first we go. Rockies nothing. Astros coming to bat. CC due up here. See Colorado's upcoming schedule. They leave here and go home to play the Cardinals for a 3-game set. And then after that, the big red machine comes to town. CC batting .217, no homers and 2 RBIs. And DeLaRosa is his second game. He's 0-1 with a 9 ERA. Here's the pitch to CC Cedeno. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Bichette makes the catch for out number 1. And Craig Biggio comes to the plate. And Biggio's batting .200 on the year. No homers and no RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty of 13. And that's going to be a nice catch out there in center field. Robs Craig of a base hit. Now there's 2 down. It's up to Jeff Bagwell to get something started here in the first. Batting .476 with 3 homers on 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. 1-2-3 goes to Astros. We go to the top of the second. No score. You got Burks, Gonzalez, and Castillo due up. Ellis batting .462 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball Out to Hidalgo for out number 1. And you see the team comparisons. Colorado batting .241 with a .291 on base, slugging .429 and a .720 OPS. Houston's batting .221, on base percentage of .330, slugging .431 and an OPS of .761. And here comes Gonzalez. Carlos is batting .208 with a homer and 8 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dallas strikes him out for out number 2. And that brings up my cousin Vinny Castillo. He's batting a .167, no homers and 1 RBI. Better get the 2 Utes going. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dallas with his 3rd strikeout of the game. To the bottom of the 2nd we go. Still no score. And you got Hidalgo, Carlos Correa, and Carlos Lee, the Carlos boys coming up. And Hidalgo's batting .333 with no homers and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the big cat. He takes it himself for out number 1. And the first Carlos comes up. Correa, he's batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 22. 22. And that is going to be hit out in the center field. Nope, that'll be hit down the 3rd. And Vinny's down there, good fielding 3rd baseman. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a line drive out, just make sure here. 23. And that's definitely going to be, yep, that's going to be a line drive right at him. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing. That's 2 down. And here comes the other Carlos Lee up. And he's batting .083 with no homers and no RBIs. Can he finally get started here? Also a slow start. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And another 1-2-3 inning. To the top of the 3rd we go. You got Troy Tulowitzki, Rosario, and DeLaRosa due up here. Troy batting .250 with a homer and 4 RBI. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? And that ball is off the wall. Thought he had it, but it hits the board out there. And that's a lead-off double. Couldn't quite square it up, folks. So Troy's down at 2nd, nobody out. Rosario comes to the plate, batting .250 with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Troy's going to stay put for out number 1. DeLaRosa is going to try to bunt him down the 3rd. He is 0 for 2 on the season here. And that's going to be a 2 strikes on him. He misses both attempts to bunt, fouls them off. Keeping the bunt sign on, and he fouls that one off. He strikes out for out number 2. And that's Dallas's 4th strikeout of the game. Now it's up to DJ to do something with a runner down at 2nd. The leadoff double is yet to move. DJ's 0 for 1. And that's a swing and a miss, and Dallas gets out of the leadoff double mess with nobody scoring. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. You've got Bergman, Gaddis, and Dallas due up here. Bottom 3rd of the order. And Alex, he's batting .111. He's got a homer. It's only hit and 1 RBI. He's 1 for 9. And that's going to be a pop up down the 2nd for out number 1. And Gaddis comes to the plate. And he's batting .222. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to DJ. He fires over the big cat for out number 2. And that brings up Dallas for the first time today. And Dallas, he's 0 for 2 on the season. And here's the pitch to Dallas. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's the 2nd strikeout for DeLaRosa. 1, 2, 3 goes the Astros. To the top of the 4th we go. Bichette, Gagarrago and Burks due up. Dante struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the lefty of 14. That's going to be a fly ball out to Lee and left for out number 1. And you see that the Colorado Rockies have scored 27 runs on 11 homers. No stolen bases haven't been called. Houston, 28 runs, 12 homers, 5 stolen bases have been called twice. And now the big cat's up. He's 0 for 1, Gagarraga is. And that's going to be a base hit. He goes the other way with it. Drives that ball in the right field. And now he's down at first with 1 out. And Ellis Burks comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's flown out in the second. And not this time, folks. That ball is high. How far is this one going to go? And that ball is out of here. Kiss it goodbye. Elvis Burks with a homer and makes it 2-0 Colorado. He struck out back in the second. And that ball is well hit. And all of a sudden, Dallas cruising through 3 here in the 4th with 1 out, having trouble. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And all of a sudden, now they're pounding him. So you got a runner down at second and 1 out for my cousin Vinny. And Vinny is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And let's see here. The runner will get down to third. He'll fire over to first. So now you got a runner at third and 2 outs for Troy. And Troy is 1 for 1. He doubled in the third. And that's going to be an infield fly. And who's going to call for it? And that'll be 22. Let's see here. The infield should be fielding column 1. Let's see. 7, 12, 29, 33. 33 might be fielding column 2. Yep, fielding column 2. And that's going to be popped up down the first. Bags makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 runs come across the board. Colorado with a 2-run homer makes it 2-0. And we got the top of the order due up here. CC, Biggio, and Bagwell. CC is 0 for 1. He flew out back in the first. And that's going to be another fly ball out to the left this time. So he's hit it to both corners with no success. Brings up Biggio now. And Biggio's 0 for 1. And that's going to be an infield hit. Biggio gets a board here. And that is the first hit of the ball game for the Astros. There goes the no-hitter. And Bags comes up. And Bags, he's 0 for 1. He flew out back in the first. And are they going to do a little hit and run here? I think they are. They're going to set the runner in motion here. And that ball is whacked. Let's see where this lands up at, folks. And that's going to be a double. Let's see. That is going to be a double in the right field. And with the runner moving, he's going to score easily. And that cuts it to a 1-run ball game. It's 2-1. They cut the lead in half. And Bags is down at second with only 1 out. A no-hitter and the shutout all going here in the 4th. Rough innings for both pitchers. And Hidalgo comes up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the first in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Vinny makes the catch for out number 2. And Carlos Correa's due up. And he's 0 for 1. He had a line drive right at Vinny at the hot corner. Should have been a hit, but Vinny took it away from him. And against the lefty, that'll be an 8 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a shallow fly ball out to center field. And that'll end the inning. But the Astros score 1, make it a 2-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. Rosario, followed by DeLaROSA, and then back to the top of the order in DJ. And Rosario 0 for 1. He's flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dallas strikes him out for strikeout number 6. Now you got DeLaROSA up. And he struck out back in the 3rd. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Nope. Yep, that's another swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 5th. Can he strike the side out? DJ's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. Can he do it again? Nope, he squares this one up, folks. DJ gets a hold of this one. And that ball is driven into the gap in left field. How far is this one going to go, folks? And that ball is out of here. DJ, with his 2nd homer of the year, makes it a 2-run ball game again. It's 3-1 Colorado. Striking out the first 2. He gives up the they're back to 2-run lead. And Dante's up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes the side out, but gives up the homer. So it is now 3-1 with his 8th strikeout of the game. We got Lee, Bergman, and Gaddis due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Carlos is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vinny for out number 1. And Bergman's up now. Alex 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. A 55 and a 6 is probably going to be an error. Yep, that's going to be an error. The old Baltimore chop, he can't handle Rosario. Fumbles, bumbles, and stumbles. And Alex is aboard here with an error. And that brings up Gaddis with a runner down at first. And 1 out. And Gaddis batting 200. He's 0 for 1 today, though. And that's going to be 0 for 2 as that's a fly ball to center field. Out number 2. Can Dallas deliver here in Houston? He is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Astros strand 1. We go to the 6th. It's still a 3-1 ball game. The Big Cat, Burks, and Gonzalez due up. And Gagarraga 1 for 2. He singled and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dallas gets his 9th strikeout of the game. And Ellis Burks up now. And Ellis, he's got a 2-run homer back in the 4th. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that is the first walk of the game given up by Dallas. And that brings up Gonzalez now with Burke down at first. Ellis, decent speed down there. And Carlos is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 4th. And that's going to be against a 16 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit. And all of a sudden now, the Colorado Rockies are making some noise. 1 out, 1st and 2nd already with a 2-run lead. Houston doesn't want to give up any more. Vinny's up. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. And Carlos makes the catch for out number 2. Big out there. Now it's up to Troy to deliver. And Tulowitzki's 1 for 2. He doubled in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He'll fire over to 1st. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Rockies strand 2 to the bottom of the 6th we go. But the top of the order due up here in the bottom of the sixth. CC, Biggio, and Bagwell. Can the Astros finally get the DeLaROSA? He's pitching a fine game. A 2-hit, 1-run game. CC 0 for 2 today. He's flown out to the corners right and left. And that's going to be a base on ball. CC gets a board here. And they're going to do a little bit of hit and run here with Biggio's got a single in the fourth, came around the score. Here's the hit and run. And that's going to be a 29 with a hit and run. And out at first and a runner to second. So that'll be the old 1-3. Ball was hit back to the mound. Right, yep, back to the mound. A 1-3 put out. Now put CC in scoring position for Bagwell with only one down. And just 1 for 2. He's got an RBI double in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And a 53 and a 9. That might be fielding column 2. 53 and a 9. Nope, that's still going to be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a single and a runner to third. Let's see. Yep, that's going to be a single and a runner to third. So now you got first and third and only one out. And they're going to play back for the double play. 27 E. And again, they're going to do a hit and run here. And that's going to be a 30. A hit and run. It's going to be a fly ball to the left. 22 and a 2 should be fielding column 1. Yep, that'll be fielding column 1. And a 47. And CC's got great speed. 34, so a 60, a 63 or lower. He should be safe. Yep, a 64 or lower. 64 or lower. And he's in there. That's a sacrifice fly. Gets the job done. And that makes it a 1-run ball game. Now there's 2 outs for Coroa due up here. Carlos, he's 0 for 2. And let's see if he can do something with Bags down at first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 43 and a 3 for fielding 5. And that'll be fielding column 1. That's going to be a single. Runners advance 1. Nope, 2 outs. That's going to be a nice play by Vinny. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 3. But the Astros score 1, cut the lead to 1. So we go to the top of the 7th. It's a 3-2 ball game. We got Rosario, probably a pitch hitter for DeLaROSA. And then we'll have DJ up. And Rosario's 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. And like I say, we're going to try to score some runs here. DeLaROSA is going to be going. He pitches a nice 6 innings. 3 hits and 2 runs. See, he's going to come off the bench here against Dallas. And it's going to be Matt Holliday. He's going to come off the bench with a runner down at first. Where's Matt at? There he is. And Matt is batting 167, no homers and 2 RBIs. Rosario down at first, looking for the double play for Houston. And that's going to be a 16 against the left. That's going to be a 20 against the righty. And 20 against the righty. It's going to be an infield hit. Holiday's aboard here with nobody out. Dallas is in trouble here in Houston. Now you got first and second. Nobody out. Again, looking for that double play ball. And DJ's 1 for 3. Hit a homers back in the 5th. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 16. That's going to be popped up down the short for out number 1. That's a big out there. Now a ground ball double play gets you out of the inning. And Dante's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike him out for the hat trick. Dallas now 2 outs and now still first and second. Can he get out of this with nobody scoring? And the big cat's 1 for 3. He singled and came around the score in the 4th. And that is well hit. This is not what Dallas wanted. And that ball is hit out to center field. And Rosario, let's see if he can score here, even with 2 outs. That was an 8. And that'll be a 56. CeCe's got a good arm out there, and Rosario has no speed. 25 or lower. Are they going to try to send him? That'll be a 51. And Holiday with 2 outs. Holiday will definitely make it the 3rd. So they're going to try to throw out Rosario. So what did I say? A 51 or lower. He's safe. And he's out of there by a mile. CeCe guns him down. Nice job by CeCe. A tip of the hat by Dallas. And that ends the inning. Nice play. So runner gets thrown out trying to score. And we go to the 7th inning stretch in a 3-2 ball game. And who they got up here? Bunch of righties coming up. And Adam Octavio is going to come out of the bullpen. And a 1-run ball game. He'll be facing Lee, Bergman, and Gaddis. And Lee is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out as Beatles joins us here today. Check out Beatles' great channel, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dante and right for out number 1. See if Alex can get something going here. And Bergman's 0 for 2. He has popped up. He did reach on an error in the 5th, though. And that's going to be a base on balls. Houston will take it. Tying run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. And Gaddis. And Gaddis is 0 for 2. And again, they're going to do a hit and run. They don't want a double play ball here, folks. And that's going to be that's going to work out. That was a ground ball right at short. That would have been a tailor-made double play, but the hit and run works. Keeps them out of the double play. Troy's only plays over to first. Now you got a runner down at second. And 2 outs, and that'll be it for Dallas as he's going to leave Houston. And he could still win this game, folks. if they can score 2 runs here. Right now he's on the losing end. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here. Try to. And you got 2 lefties out there, but you got Lance Berkman. I think that's who's going to come off the bench is Lance. Lance Berkman, the switch hitter's coming off the bench. See if he can tie this game up or give him the lead here. So where's old Lance? And Adam now. 2 outs, a runner down at second base, and Lance Berkman, who's hitting 500 on the year, folks. 1 homer and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Berkman. And that's going to be a 42. That's going to be a hit by pitch unless he's an HB0. He's not. And the fans here in Houston are not happy, to say the least. Lance Berkman gets nailed by the pitch. And now you got runners on first and second. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, but they're not happy. Put the go-ahead run down at first. And CC's up. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and come around to score in the 6th. Can he deliver here with a base hit and tie this game up? And that's going to be against the righty, 17. That's going to be a fly ball out to center to his other center fielder, and that's going to be a 1 out there, and that's going to be 2 runners left on base. Houston can't crack it. It's still a 3-2 ball game. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Got a righty lefty coming up. And I think Dave Smith's going to come out. Got all these righties coming up. Dave Smith's coming out of the dugout, out of the bullpen. Against all these righties. Try to keep this a 1-run game. Houston's got a boatload of lefties in the bullpen. It's amazing. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 lefties in the bullpen. Only 2 righties is Smith and who's the other one? Smith and Ken are only 2 righties, so Dave's going to come out of the bullpen here. Got a righty, a lefty, and a righty due up. Ellis Burks, he's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the 4th. And he nails this one, folks. How high and how far is this one going to go? Against a righty at 24. And kiss it goodbye. Ellis Burks says, welcome to the game, Mr. Smith. And it is now a 4-2 game. You didn't want that. Smith goes up the right away. Carlos comes up batting 259. He's 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Smith. He fires over to first for out number 1. And Vinny Castillo comes up. And Vinny's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and popped up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Smith don't have his good stuff today, it looks like. Brings up Troy now with a runner on first and 1 out. And Troy's 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 24 and a 9. Yep. And that's going to be popped up down the short for out number 2. And now Rosario's up. And he is 0 for 2 today. He did walk back in the 7th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Biggio. He fires over to first. And that'll do it. But the leadoff homer makes it a 2-run game. As we go to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if they're going to do a double switch here. Yeah, I think Chris Aronetti's going to come in. He'll bat in the 9 spot. That'll shore up the catching spot a little bit. And you got 2 righties coming up. 3 righties coming up. So I think that's what they're going to do here. Do the old double switch. Okay. He'll come in and bat. Looks like the smart play here.
Corpus.
So Chris will come in and bat in the 9 spot and catch. And Corpus will come in and pitch and bat in the 8th spot. So Manny comes in and bat 8th. So a completely different battery coming in. And Manny is pitching in his 2nd game. No record and no ERA. He'll be facing the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Biggio, Bagwell, and Hidalgo. Can he get through this? Keep this a 2-run ball game. Here's the pitch to Biggio. He's 1 for 3 as Ken Castro joins us here. And here's the pitch to Craig. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Manny gets this first man he sees with a swing and a miss. So now you got 1 down. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I am. And now you got 1 out and Jeff Bagwell, who's having a fine game. He's 2 for 3, an RBI double and a single. Can Jeff get on and get the go tying run to the plate? And that's going to be against the righty, 25. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. And he's doing his job so far. Hidalgo comes up now. He's 0 for 2. He did have a sacrifice fly back in the 6th. And that's going to be a fly ball again out to center. So Manny does his job. 1, 2, 3 goes to Astros. To the top of the 9th we go. Smith's got Chris due up. He came in the double switch. And then back to DJ and Dante. And Chris is batting 300 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Miss strikes him out for out number 1. And back to the top of the order, and DJ, he's having a good game. 1 for 4 with a homer. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lee and left. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. And Dante Bochette comes up. And he's 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times, folks, trying to avoid the golden sombrero. And he does. That's a ground ball down to Biggio. And that'll be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Houston trailing by 2. And they got the Carlos boys due up and followed by Bergman. So Carlos comes up batting 200. He's 0 for 3 today. He did line out to Vinny. Should have been a base hit, but Vinny took it away from him. And he nails this one. And this might be it for Manny. They might have a short leash on him. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So after cruising through the 8th, Manny gives up a double. And got the righties coming up. And the other righty in the bullpen is Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed. Let's see here. Do they want to go to Reed? see here. When was the last time Mr. Reed pitched? He's had a day off. So Mr. Reed's going to come in here, try to hold this game. So Reed's going to come in. Nobody out. A runner down at second. Runner down at second. I didn't want Reed there. I want him in the 5 spot. Redo this. Sorry about that. Forgot about the double switch. So Reed's going to come in, bat in the 8 spot. So this is Reed's 3rd appearance. No record with a 4.5 ERA. Runner down at second. His run means nothing. And the other Carlos is up, Lee. And Lee's 0 for 3 today. And here's the pitch to Carlos. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And let's see if the runner gets the 3rd. And the runner's going to hold. Matter of fact, it might be a swing and a miss. Yep, that's a swing and a miss. Reed gets 1 out here as Lee goes down. Now you got Mr. Bergman due up. And Alex, he is 0 for 2 today. He did reach on an error and walk. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he's out of there. Do they want to do a pitch hitter here for Gaddis? Batting 167 on the year. Does Tucker want to come out? You can do that. Let's see here. Let's do a little thinking here. A little thinking could be dangerous. A little thinking could be dangerous here. Do you want to bring Altuve, Jose Altuve, out to hit? I think that's what we're going to do. Altuve's going to come out and hit for Gaddis. And he's going to stay in the game and play second. And we'll move Biggio back behind the plate. That's what we're going to do. Jose Altuve's coming out of the dugout. He'll stay in the game and play second. And Biggio will go behind the plate. Jose's batting 300 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. Tying run is at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Troy. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 3. We're going. That'll be the game, folks. If I can plug it in right. 6-3 put out ends the game. And the Rockies take 3 out of 4. Look here at the box score. Hey, Clinton, how's it going? They can't get the timely hit against these Rockies. They get guys on base, Ken, and they can't get the big hit. I don't get it. And they got a good starters. Their bullpen is a little shaky. Their bullpen's not that much. You got Billy Wagner and Smith, but the rest of them, hell, you got Frank DuPont. He's only a B. And then you got Force and Joe. They're A's. But yeah. So what's on the menu? I tell you, Clinton's going to cook for us. Let's take a look here at the box score. Like I say, the Rockies win 3 out of 4 and got some pitching in the last 2 games. The 12-7 win wasn't unexpected, but the 4-2 and the 3-0 game it was. Take a look here. Rockies 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Astros 2 runs, 4 hits and no errors. You had the big cat, and Ellis Burks and Gonzalez. So you had the 3, 4, 5 hitters do the job here. 2 for 4, 2 for 3, and 2 for 4. There was only 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. DJ and Burks with homers. They left 7 men on base. Houston just couldn't do nothing. Bagwell was the only decent guy today. They was 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on base. And DeLaRosa picks up his first win, goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 3. Altuve, 1 inning, 1 walk. And Manny comes in 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 hit rather, 1 strikeout. And Reed gets a save, 1 inning and strikes out 2. Dallas, tough luck loser here. He goes to 0-2, 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. Just couldn't get no run support. He walked 2, struck out 10, gave up the 2 gopher balls. Smith comes in, pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up 1 home run. And that's the end of this series, a 4-game series. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard for the National League. The Braves are half a game back of the Mets. Washington 2 games back. The Phillies 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. And in the Central, you got the Pirates and Milwaukee tied for the lead. The Cubbies are half a game back. The Reds and Cardinals are a game back. And now the Houston Astros are a game and a half back. And how about that? Colorado is now tied for last. Giants are a half a game up on LA. Arizona's a game back. Colorado and San Diego are a game and a half back. You got Paul Molitor leading the league with a .560 batting average. Sammy Sosa with 7 homers, and he's tied now with Jeff Bagwell with 12 RBIs on the year. And of course, the ERA leader is still at 0 early in the year. And Mike and Rucker both have 2 wins. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers with 2 saves. Sammy's still leading the league in MVP voting. John Rucker still leading in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel will be American League game. Let's see who that's going to be. And don't want us to know what he's going to eat there, Ken. He's keeping it hush-hush, ain't he? And let's see here. It looks like it's going to be the White Sox going up against the Devil Rays. White Sox looking for their first win. Devil Rays are 1-2. So that should be an interesting series. Again, I don't know if that'll be the pitching matchup, if it'll be Sales and Moore or not. Let's see how many game series this is. 1, 2, 3, and it's a 3-game series. Yeah, 3-game series between the White Sox and Devil Rays. You getting on here later, Beatles? See if Beatles got any plans for the night. I think this was like my 5th game today, Beatles. Let me look here. I'll be able to tell you. I've been doing the Fools games today, man. Finally getting all into it, man. How many games was that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, my 5th game for the day. See if Beatles is going to do anything later on here. What time is it? Hell, it's only 8 o'clock. Beatles has been doing some out of the park and showing off pocket pennant run. Maybe Beatles left. Beatles might have stepped out already. Give him a little time here to answer. Oh, what game are you doing, Ken, buddy? Ken says he's getting ready to play a game right now. think now the only team without a win is the White Sox. Take a look here while Ken tells us what he's going to play and see if Beetle answers us. Yep, everybody's got a win but the White Sox. White Sox are 0-2. Ken says he's going to be doing a 2022 project. Already in the playoffs. Good job. Ken says that he bought in 2020 set and from Apba, and he's finally in the playoffs, going to play a playoff game. Awesome. Like I say, I guess Beatles must have checked out. So I don't know if he'll be on here later in the night or not. You think he was the only one who bought it? Yeah, might be. Might be with the old COVID. Yeah. I think my next purchase, I'm gonna buy the 2023 set and the 1983 set. Yeah, I think threes are gonna be the number. 83 and 23. But I got all these projects going on now. As you can see, go back here. Got the 78 project. Where are we at? I think we're in June in this project. Yep, we're in June for this one. And then the pre-61, I think we're in May. Yep. So let's look at the standings here in the pre. You got Cleveland, Tigers, and Yankees leading the American League. White Sox a game back. The Senators 3. The A's, Red Sox 3.5, and the Baltimore Orioles are 4.5 games back. And over in the National League, the Giants got a 2-game lead over Ken's Phillies. The Braves are 4 back with the Reds and Cubbies. The Dodgers and Pirates are 4.5 games back. And the Cardinals are 5 games back. Yeah, I think I'll enjoy that 2023 season, Ken. I agree with you. That'll probably be the next project to start, is the 2023. But I got 3 of them going now, so sure. But I would love to buy that and start playing it, but I got to finish some of these. Got to finish them up here, and let's check the 78 season here, the standings. You got the Yankees leading Boston by 5.5. Tigers are 7 games back. Milwaukee 9 games back. Then the Jays and Orioles and Cleveland are all under 500. The Jays are 12.5 games back. The Orioles and Indians are already 17 and 17.5 games back. And out west is a tight race. Twins are a half a game up on the White Sox. A's are 2.5 games back. The Rangers 4, and the surprise team's Kansas City 2 games under 500, 4.5 games back. Angels 8 games back, and the Mariners 13.5. And in the senior circuit, you got the Expos playing damn good ball, half a game up on the Phillies. Phillies playing damn good in that 78 year. Cubbies are a game and a half back. The Pirates 2.5, and then the Mets 11 games back, and the Cardinals 15.5 back. Got the Dodgers leading out west, 2.5 games over San Fran. The Astros 3.5, the Padres 6, the Reds 8, and my lonely Braves are 12 games back. And my whole thing is to get the Braves to win 70 games. I remember right, they only won 69 and 78, if I remember right. Let's look. 78 Braves. If I remember right, they was 69. Yep, 69 and 93. I'd like to win 70 games is my goal. If I can get the Braves to 70 wins, that'd be awesome. I'd be more happier with a 70-win Braves than the New York Yankees championship, to be honest. Like I say, Beatles must have left us. I don't know if he's doing something later on or not. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost a dime. And hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Houston, we're heading to Florida, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day. Enjoy the game you're going to roll, Ken Buddy, in 2020. Till next time, take care, everybody.